I'll come up here and come hang out with the guys. I've actually brought my speedboat out into the middle of bumfuck nowhere to go hang out with the guys just for a couple of days in the middle of nowhere. You know the palominos, the half black, half white ones? Yeah. She wanted to know if they were the same underneath, if the meat was the same. Yeah. I'm like, of course it is. Yeah. She asked me to send her a picture. Yeah. I did it, and she's like, oh. We were in Nooka Sound. I was diving. I'd been diving for about 4 or 5 years, and I got snagged up by a guy who was fishing. Snagged my airline. I hit the surface. The whole world spun, and I was out cold. I've got flown in a jet copter to Vancouver, where I spent the next 10 days in a hyperbaric chamber, which was, you know, pretty devastating to a guy's career. This is like one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. What is there? Way under 100 geoduck divers in Canada. Under 100. I've been to 3 funerals in the last 10 years. When you do the math real quick, the mortality rate of a geoduck diver isn't that great.
I've done diving for about 6 years, but I mean, nothing can really prepare you for when you're underwater doing this geoduck. It's you know, it's a silty mess down there at times, especially when you're learning, and it can get pretty dangerous at times. So, you know, you keep your wits about you. I mean, you got confidence in your crew, and yeah, you just go down there, do your best. When we get down to the work, I mean, I do it for free. it's a good time on the boat, you know, with these guys. A lot of camaraderie. A lot of camaraderie.
You can say it. What's another word? Yeah, try it again.
A lot of camaraderie.
That's good. Okay.
Now we have a wired comm, so on the deck, all you hear is. And then when the sea lions are around or something, you listen like. And then you just know what's happened. So you'll call down, you got some visitors? Oh yeah, yes. You know, there's a guy, he pulled his shoulder apart, you know, pulling on the line to save my life. And, you know, he had my back on that. And, you know, we shouldn't have fished that day, it was too windy. You know, was it windier than other days we fished? Well, we fished a lot of windy days, but of all the days, you know, I wish I could take that one back, because, you know, Colin pulled his shoulder apart trying to save my life.
We have our tenders watching our times as well. We kind of know what our dive tables are, and then we also use a dive computer down there just as a backup. You have some deep covert operations in Vegas when they have the big porn convention. You don't know the stuff that's going on there. It's not just there during the porn convention. Again. Yeah.
Well, you're working underwater. Shit happens. It can be dangerous. That's the way things go. You take care of yourself. No one else is going to save you when you're underwater. The tender can probably spot a problem, but he ain't going to save you. It's all on your head. There's a lot of times I say, I don't want to be here because it's fucking tough. Current's ripping. It's hard work, man. Some days you get blown right off the bottom. You just got to come up and take your gear off and head her in. Making breakfast for my tender. Got to take care of them. They're full. They got a full tummy. They're going to do a better job. Always. But you got to have balls. You got to have determination, drive, whatever you want to say. You got to have something to do this job. It's not just for a regular guy.
I love what I do. The best part of this job is picking a geoduck. It's extremely satisfying. Picking a nice geoduck and put it in your bag and fill in the bag and watching that, it's a sense of accomplishment. I think every guy here loves that. Probably most of us hate all the other shit. Fixing boats, dealing with buyers, dealing with all that crap. We probably export to the boats $30 million of geoducks per year.
All the products going to Vancouver tonight. They'll be on a ferry tonight, packed up overnight into boxes ready for flight, and on a plane tomorrow about 11 o'clock.
The worst thing I hate is being away from my family. and having to miss a lot of stuff with the kids growing up and shit like that. And physiologically, we're humans. We're not supposed to be underwater. We're supposed to be on land. So you open up a whole can of worms when you start spending too much time underwater. And of course, when there's money involved and greed, you want to stay long, and unfortunately sometimes too long. You try to not be greedy, but it happens. And that's when shit happens.